18 years. In the whirlwind chronology of Hollywood, where careers ignite and flicker like so many camera flashes, that span feels both eternal and ephemeral. For Blake Lively, the golden-haired embodiment of Serena van der Woodsen, the milestone marking the premiere of Gossip Girl, evokes a tapestry of recollections as intricate as the show's scandalous plotlines. In a heartfelt social media cascade, Blake unearthed a trove of never-before-seen snapshots from the set, transforming a simple anniversary post into a time capsule of youthful exuberance, tireless ambition, and the kind of camaraderie that forges lifelong bonds. "This show was my college," she captioned one image, her words a poignant bridge between the fictional intrigues of Manhattan's elite and the real-life education of a burgeoning starlet. "It was my education, my social life, my hard work, my late nights and early mornings, my teacher. New York City and Silvercup Studios, and sometimes Paris, was my campus for 6 years. So many memories. What decade? What a university." It's a declaration that resonates deeply, recasting the CW drama not as mere escapism but as the crucible where Blake honed her craft, navigated fame's labyrinth, and discovered the woman behind the wardrobe. To understand the weight of these words, one must rewind to September 19, 2007, when Gossip Girl burst onto screens like a champagne cork at a Constance Ballard gala. Adapted from Cecily von Ziegler's addictive novels, the series chronicled the decadent dalliances of privileged teens on the Upper East Side, where secrets were currency and betrayal an art form. Blake, then a fresh-faced 20-year-old plucked from the indie charm of The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, stepped into Serena's Louboutins with a blend of wide-eyed wonder and innate poise. Serena, the bohemian beauty with a past shrouded in mystery, think boarding school expulsions and whispered affairs, mirrored Blake's own transition from small-town Burley, Idaho, to the neon-veined arteries of New York. The role demanded versatility. Sultry seductress in one scene, vulnerable ingenue in the next, all while navigating a wardrobe of Diane von Furstenberg frocks and vintage Chanel that became as iconic as the characters themselves. Silvercup Studios in Queens, with its cavernous soundstages mimicking Central Park penthouses, became Blake's second home, or as she poetically dubs it, her campus. Filming stretched from dawn's bleary haze to the witching hour, scripts rewritten on the fly, co-stars like Leighton Meester, the icy Blair Waldorf, and Penn Badgley, the brooding Dan Humphrey, evolving from colleagues to confidants. Late nights and early mornings weren't hyperbole. The production's grueling pace, 22 episodes a season, interspersed with table reads that doubled as therapy sessions, tested endurance. Yet, amid the exhaustion bloomed creativity. Impromptu dance breaks in the makeup trailer, script annotations scrawled in glitter gel pen, and heart-to-hearts over craft services coffee that dissected not just plot twists but life's own serendipities. Blake's photos capture this alchemy, a candid of her laughing mid-take with Taylor Momsen, the brooding Jenny Humphrey, mascara smudged from a tearful scene, another of the cast sprawled on a faux Constance quad, scripts in laps, plotting pranks on director Mark Pisnarski. New York City, that unrelenting muse, infused every frame with authenticity. The skyline's jagged silhouette, the metronome pulse of yellow cabs, the hidden speakeasies where cast wind-downs turned philosophical, all seeped into the show's DNA. Blake wandered the Met steps where Serena and Blair reconciled and ruptured friendships, her off-duty uniform of oversized sunnies and ballet flats blending seamlessly with the location scouts. Paris interludes, those lavish location shoots for seasons like the French Riviera arc, added exotic flair. Croissants at dawn call times, Eiffel Tower selfies stolen between takes, and whispered dreams of futures beyond the soundstage. My social life, Blake reflects, evoking nights at Waverly Inn where industry whispers mingled with cast gossip, or serendipitous run-ins with mentors like Anna Wintour, whose Vogue cameos elevated the show's fashion pedigree. What elevates these images to artifact status is their unfiltered intimacy. One black-and-white shot shows Blake, hair tousled from a humid summer shoot, poring over a call sheet with Chace Crawford, Nate Archibald, their expressions a mix of determination and delirium. Another, in vibrant Kodachrome, captures a rap party confetti storm, Ed Westwick, Chuck Bass, mid-bro hug, Blake's grin radiant under string lights. These aren't polished PR glossies. They're Polaroids from a pre-Instagram epic, edges curled from shoebox storage, evoking the tactile nostalgia of flipping through yearbooks. They humanize the machine, the 16-hour days birthing episodes like The Treasure of Serena Madre, where Serena's family secrets unraveled in a whirlwind of wit and wardrobe malfunctions, or The Age of Dissonance, with its Prohibition-era ball that tested the cast's Charleston chops. Blake's education, extended beyond lines memorized. Gossip Girl was a masterclass in reinvention. Serena's arc from runaway to rail heiress paralleling Blake's ascent from child actress, her debut in Sandman at 10, to A-lister. She learned resilience from scandals, the on-set romances that fueled tabloid fires, diplomacy from creator Josh Schwartz's notes, and the power of narrative from showrunner Stephanie Savage, whose feminist undercurrents subverted teen tropes. Socially, it was a pressure cooker. The cast's nonconformist pact against typecasting forged over post-filming ramen runs. The thrill of Comic-Con panels where fans dissected Dance Arena endgames with forensic fervor. Hard work manifested in Blake's advocacy, pushing for diverse storylines, mentoring Penn on his directorial pivot, turning the set into a microcosm of collaborative growth. Yet, beneath the glamour lurked lessons in impermanence. The show's 2012 finale, a six-season symphony ending in a meta bow to Gossip Girl's omniscient eye, left voids. Blake, by then married to Ryan Reynolds and mother to their growing brood, channeled that void into The Age of Adeline, and A Simple Favor, roles echoing Serena's blend of allure and agency. These anniversary photos, shared on a whim, or perhaps a calculated nostalgia hit amid It Ends With Us press. Bridge eras. The girl who learned poise on the Met steps now imparts it to her daughters, James, Inez and Betty, in bedtime tales of Blair's burned books. 18 years on, Gossip Girl endures as cultural shorthand. Reboots on Max, TikTok recreations, fashion revivals from Marc Jacobs to Rodarte. Blake's tribute isn't mere reminiscence. It's reclamation, asserting the show's legacy as a university that schooled her in the arts of vulnerability and victory. What decade? What a university. The ellipsis hangs heavy, inviting us to fill it with our own memories of stolen kisses in Central Park, of Zoxo sign-offs that promised more. In sharing these snapshots, Blake doesn't just celebrate, she invites us back to class, where the Upper East Side shadows still cast long luminous spells.